I know you're going to think I'm crazy when I say this, but something about my life wasn't right. Why does that make me crazy? Because for the first time in my life, I was living with my mum and dad, together, in our beautiful home at Allpoints Island, with my best friend Shona living just round the corner and my new friend Aaron and his mum living nearby. There was nothing wrong with our lives. Really, absolutely nothing. No dad to be rescued from prison, no sea monsters trying to squeeze the life out of me, no storms hurling our home halfway across the planet, all of which had happened to me in the last year. Now all I had was day after day filled with sun, sand, friends, laughter. My life was perfect. So why had I woken up restless and rattled every morning for the last week? I just didn't get it. I sat up in bed and stretched, trying to remember what I'd been dreaming about. Fragments from a jumbled mass of weird dreams chased each other round in my head, but I couldn't piece them together. All I could remember was the feeling they'd left behind. Not exactly unhappy, but definitely unsettled and, well, not right. Like I said, crazy. How could anything about my life not be right? There was something, though, and I couldn't ignore it. What's more, I had the feeling Mum felt the same way. Once or twice while she was making dinner or reading a book, I'd seen her eyes go all distant and grey, as though she were looking for something far away, something she was missing. I think deep down inside I knew what was eating at us both. I knew what we were missing, even before the conversation with Archie that changed everything. "Knock, knock, only me," a familiar voice trilled through the doorway, followed by a familiar thump as Mum's best friend Millie landed on the deck. Fortuna, the boat we lived on, was moored out in the bay, half sunk in the sand so that the lower level was under water. With Dad being a merman and me being a semi-mer, this meant we could both swim around on the lower level. Mum's bedroom was upstairs, but all the trapdoors in between made it easy for us to live here together. And the long jetty leading out from the beach to the boat was handy for getting on the boat without having to swim, which made it very easy for Millie to visit us without getting more than her feet wet. She stuck her head round the door. "Anyone home?" I dragged myself out of bed and over to the door. Rubbing my eyes, I gestured for her to come in. Not that she needed an invitation. She'd already clambered in through the door and was busily wringing out the bottom of her dress over the side. "Mum up?" she asked. I rubbed my eyes and yawned. "Not yet, I don't think. Why?" "Someone's coming home," she said excitedly. "I just heard it on the seaweed vine." "The seaweed vine?" "Just trying to keep up with the mer speak," Millie said, frowning. "I meant I heard it on the grapevine. Archie's back today." That was when I noticed her face. Well, obviously I'd already noticed her face. I was looking straight at it. But I noticed what was on it. Bright blue eyeshadow arching high over each eye, and a thick red line of lipstick smeared across her mouth, and a few teeth. I pointed this out and she peered into the mirror by the door. "It's been nearly 2 weeks, she said, wiping lipstick off her teeth with the edge of her sleeve. "I've missed him so much." Archie is Millie's boyfriend. He's a merman and he's been away on an assignment for Neptune. "Is that Millie?" Mum's voice warbled out from her room. "Come on in, Mill, and stick the kettle on while you're passing." I left them to it.